Okay, with simple interest, we always want to write out our formula. Interest is equal to principal times rate times time. And so when we read through these word problems, we can assign the appropriate variable to the numbers that were given. So Mark is so nice. He bought me a new boat and he financed 22,000. Well, that is the principal. That's the amount that he has borrowed from the bank. He must pay it back over 5 years. Well, 5 would be our time. And with 3.6%, well, that is clearly our rate. Okay, and the question is how much interest will he pay? That is our variable. We always have one variable, and in this case, what we're trying to figure out is the interest. So now let's just plug in all of these into the appropriate spots. So interest is our I. We have our equal sign next. The principal is 22,000, so I'll put that in my first spot. My rate is 3.6%. Well, we've got to change that into a decimal. So we need to move that twice. Remember, percentages are always out of 100. Hundredths are two places after the decimal. We move it twice, which means we're going to need to fill in a 0 in that spot right there. So that's going to be the next thing that we multiply, 0.036. And then our time we know is 5. And you just plug those into your calculator and it will give you your answer. And since it asked for the interest, you're then done. Coming down here, we see the Ellison deposits 8,200 or 8,200. That is the principal. That's the amount that she is investing. At the end of 4 years, well, 4 would be our time. And she has earned $1,640 in interest. So that is our interest. So in this case, we actually know the I. What we're trying to figure out is the R. Okay, so we'll just plug in all of these into our formula. So interest is 1,640. We have our equal sign coming next. The principal is 8,200. Our rate is what we don't know, that's our variable. And then the t is the time, which is 4. Okay, so we're going to draw our river. And the first thing that we need to do is clean this up a little bit. We're going to simplify because we can multiply 8,200 by 4. And when we do that, we get 32,800. And then we still have our R. On the other side, we just bring down the 1,640. Okay, at this point, we're ready to solve. This is a one-step equation. We want the R by itself. We know that right now, 32,800 is being multiplied, and so in order to get rid of that, we will divide. So we're going to divide both sides by 32,800. So these go away, and I'm going to let you do the rest. However, I will remind you that when you get a decimal, if you want to change it into an interest rate, which is always a percentage, kind of like up here we saw that in A, you'll need to move the decimal twice to get the percent.